So today we have a very accomplished young man who has been doing very good in life, who has started a business. Actually, I want you to announce your business yourself.
Oh man, I appreciate you, big bro. So I got a game truck. It's called the Staycation. It derived from my DJ name, DJ Sayso. Staycation means the Sayso's vacation. I made it a little different. And the name came from one of my homegirls. She kind of made it up, and I thought it was pretty dope. It's real universal, and I enjoy that about it. So it's the Staycation, Sayso's vacation.
All right, so we got the accolades out the way. Well, no, actually we didn't. You actually got a book you wrote, and we
Yes,
want people to know
sir.
about that. We want people checking in that. That kind of coincides about what we're doing. So we're
Yes,
gonna just
sir.
dig right into this, and we'll get to that later. So, where are you from, and when were you born? All that good stuff. Just give us a quick rundown of who you are and where you came from.
I'm 31 years old. I was born 1990. I was born in Compton, California, at the Martin Luther King Hospital. Went to 93rd Street School, Braveheart Elementary, Washington High School. Washington High was top three worst schools of all time. Actually, um, Washington was actually on probation, meaning like your school was about to lose their credentials,
Accreditation.
basically saying that you're not. Yeah, you know what I mean. So that only happened with seven different schools in the LA history. School was that bad that nigga we was basically on probation. I ain't even sign up for that shit, but well fuck it.
So, did you come from a two-parent household, a single-parent household? Give us a little detail
Yeah,
about.
I got lucky. Like my mom went she got with my pops was basically one of the main dudes that started the Rolling Sixties. And he went to the pen right before I was born, and he got out when I was five. So I didn't even meet him until I was five. But my mom and my dad was broke up obviously before I was even out. So my family was already broken up before I even became. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get a chance to have an actual mom dad in the house. I got my mom last name instead of my pop last name. But she had met my stepdad, which his name is Tim. He actually been in the picture ever since. So I actually I got lucky. She got lucky in the sense she got lucky by meeting two guys that were really good guys. I ended up getting lucky. You get what I'm saying? By having two male figures in my life.
Yeah, that's
And you feel
definitely a
like that shaped
blessing.
the man who you are today. Like you got something from this
Yeah,
side, got something from that side, and
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
okay.
that's really important because a lot of people kind of I kind of get more into like as black people sometimes we kind of use the victim mentality sometimes I think and
Right, right, right.
like what you're explaining is definitely like I would say out of the norm for other cultures, but as far as for our culture it's kind of like it's the
Yeah,
average black kid story kind of, you know, and
yeah,
and
yeah. That's
and
that's that's
we got
yeah.
to get out
That's
of victimizing ourselves, and I think you're the perfect example to inspire people that or inspire people because you have not victimized yourself. You know what I'm saying? You've
yeah,
found ways to grow out of that and to use that to your advantage in some cases. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really really important. And that's why we want to touch on like who you are, where you came from. So you went to Washington High School. There's super drama. Was there a lot of gang activity there?
yeah. In Washington, the funny part is like you don't know how bad your school is until you really go check out other schools. So nigga, I
Facts.
would go up to like Venice High and see like regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, like I go up to like Hamilton High or something every now and then, and it'd be regular ass people walking. And you come to my school and you got hood niggas standing on the corner. You know what I'm saying? That was the norm because the school is in between three hoods. You got the Hoovers in the back. You got 111 neighborhood crip on the Imperial side. You got the UGs and the Roller Hundreds literally on the same block. So who gonna tell them they can't stand in their hood? Their hood is also the school. and the school also got females, so they coming outside. You know what I'm saying? So
That's the
I
whole
seen a
point.
lot of shit, especially after school. And a lot of the gang members that was in my school, they will only go to school during lunch, which made no sense.
That's a fact.
Go to school for the bitches at lunch. After that, they leaving the school and they hop in the gate or whatever, and they going back to the hood. So yeah, a lot of shit like that.
Yeah, Washington High is notorious for the bullshit. That's for a fucking fact.
Uh,
I remember seeing the
so
news and seeing fucking shootings and shit at the school, some crazy shit.
yeah, I used to say
Right.
I used to tell people like every people see a fight every day at their school or every week. I used to see a fight every period. Like, oh, third period, they're gonna lock it up.
You could just tell. You hear
Yeah.
the
They
you
just
hear the
know.
fire, somebody's fighting somewhere.
Hey, and they didn't have like security. They had real police. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas was really like thumping. Like grown ass men will hop the gate and be punching on a 14-year-old because he got on orange shoe strays or something. Nuts.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, I like how you touched on the split though, how you go to a different school and see this and come to your regular school and be like, all right, this is not normal. Because I seen that when I was
Yeah.
like the white people schools, they have like red cards selling Subway and Pizza Hut, and then ours you gotta some
Yeah,
nonsense.
exactly.
Like, okay, I see the difference here.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
definitely a difference.
I knew it was different when somebody told I was in 12th grade and somebody told me, "Oh, our school don't even have gates. We can leave at lunch." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, a few schools
I
like
was
that.
shocked. I
Yeah,
was shocked. I'm like, they just trust y'all to come back? They're like, yeah, why not? I'm like, oh, a
yeah.
nigga is really at the bottom of the totem pole.
Hey, you know what? That's something really important to touch on too, because the school I went to, LAI, it was literally designed and made to originally be a prison. Like there's
Oh
no
wow,
windows. There's no windows. In any classroom,
damn.
there's no windows. And then like the windows that are like on the outside, they're little slits, like how prison is. So it's not
Oh
like
wow,
even if you were to
yeah,
bust that, there's no way you could like squeeze through the fucking window.
yeah.
So it's
Uh,
there's no like,
Nice.
and then when they broke it down to me, like, damn, and you start looking around like this shit is a fucking prison. They just made it into it. So it's kind of like, but that's like a institutional type
Yeah,
thing. They got prison, military, school. Those are all industrial complexes, what they call them. They're kind of run
right,
this,
right.
put you on a schedule, and run you,
Mm-hmm.
get you just used to a fucking program. And that's why it's
A regular
important that
program, yeah.
because you are a gentleman who you doing your own goddamn program. So that's something really
Yeah,
that important to touch on. Like you came out of that. So other people can look at this and say, you know what? He was part of the same bullshit, but he decided to do his
yeah,
own goddamn thing. And that's really, really important. And that's what we want to inspire people with.
yeah. I think like I think like my generation before me, as far as my pops, you know what I'm saying, and my stepdad, and just a lot of people that I knew that was older, they would always tell me like, we paid the price for you. You don't have to pay the price. You know what I'm saying? It's been multiple occasions where obviously I've been asked to be put on different hoods. I remember I'm not gonna name his name, but one of the real OG dudes from Rolling Hundreds, this nigga loved me, bro. He every day would come to school, I'd make him laugh. You know what I'm saying? We'll like, do different stuff, play ball, and he just really was like, man, like I really like fuck with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't even gotta take no put on. Just come to the hood, just be from the hood. And I just remember having them choices like, do I just, you know what I'm saying? He giving me a whole pass. Like, do I just go chill with them, smoke with them, do whatever? Or do I stick with what I hear my parents and my, you know what I mean, my pops saying, look, we did that already. We know where it leads. So I was able to be in the trenches, but always have a mindset to not really necessarily go that route. And I can also say church was also helpful for me because it kept me busy with my weekends. You know what I'm saying? Because you just outside doing nothing as a teenager, eventually you're gonna bump into some trouble. So I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, Mary, Sonia for picking me up and taking me and my brother to church, because I think that kept us busy. You know what I'm saying? And it kept us doing something in the midst of what it is today.
Yeah, man, that's deep. For real. I think church plays like I know a lot of us, as we get older, we kind of separate ourselves from church just because all
Right.
BS that comes with
Yeah.
church as well. But it definitely
Yeah.
is a cultural thing, especially in the black community. Like
Yeah, for
my
sure.
mom was telling me, like, churches is how we escape slavery and stuff like that. Like we
Of
needed that
course. Yeah.
community to, and and I the last person we was talking to the last show, I was talking to my grandma, and we was talking about like how we complain. Like Malcolm X, he talks about black nationalism and separatism. Like when everyone was trying to get stop segregation, he was like, we want segregation. And how my
Right.
grandma was explaining like how she got a PhD and all this good stuff. And she was like, a lot of that had to do with because the community I was in and the people, like we had our own community. Like, yeah, we couldn't go over there, but over here we were good. We made sure of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was more of a community. So we
Yeah.
complain about integration, and then when we integrate, what's the next thing we're gonna complain about? We're gonna complain about gentrification. So it's kind of like two
Yeah.
sides, it's a yin and a yang. We can
Yeah.
complain about we want to be included so bad, and then at the same time, if you come in and just do everything in our neighborhood, we're gonna complain about that too. Like this is our neighborhood, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's got to be
Mm-hmm.
like a healthy line, like what you're doing. Like, if we're gonna really make a complaint and make a stand, we have to do something for ourselves first before
Right.
we can
Right. Right.
voice our opinion. And Malcolm X said
Yeah.
something like, if you're begging the person that has you in poverty, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. So I mean, you asking for a handout from somebody who don't even like you. What do you think is gonna
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a
Yeah.
slap in the
And
fucking.
you, and I think what you have said, like the church, it played a role. It played a role that it was supposed to play. You know what I'm saying? So the church saved the slaves. It kept them, going. That's what it did for what I would say for me or us. Even though we did dibble and dabble in little stuff, it kept us grounded and it taught us some great morals that we still hold today.
That's
And then,
true.
like I said, it did keep us busy. So in a way, it did protect us, and it did what it's supposed to do at that time. It's kind of like, at a certain time, you're in middle school. Eventually, you got to leave, but middle school is going to teach you to prepare you for the next stage in your life, which is high
Mm-hmm.
school and stuff like that. So at that time, church was necessary. It was necessary for us to learn what we had to learn, meet who we had to meet, and get the establishments and the relationships and the morals that we have today. And now we graduate and go on to having a quote unquote unlocked mind, or you know what I'm saying, whatever
Exactly.
where our philosophies are. But we at that time that was supposed to protect us, and I don't never regret it or anything because it grounded me for who I am today. You know what I mean?
I
Mhm.
100% agree. I 100% agree. What you think
Yes,
about that?
sir.
And did it do that for you? You was kind of more of a reserved person in church. I think me and him more or less
I was
opened
paying
up.
attention. I wanted to hear what you actually had to say. Answer these questions I got. And when they couldn't answer my questions, it would always bring me to that wall. It's like, nah, they just didn't find it, or I could find it in my own avenue, or I gotta look in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
real world and try to apply this book to my actual life. Because you got to think about it
Yeah,
how they were living. These are regular folks. Like when
regular.
just went to whoever and got stabbed in the back by Judas and all this shit is happening. These is regular
Uh-huh.
folks. So you got to look at
Yeah,
that as the same as today. Like you got to trust a snake to be a snake, a duck
Yeah.
gonna be a duck,
yeah.
a dog gonna be a dog. So it's just like you gotta expect them to be who they are, but at the same time, like accept them for that as well. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I know you're gonna move this way. So I just gotta figure it out for myself and just don't complain
Yeah.
about the shit you do when I know what you finna do.
Yeah, exactly. You think just like how I think now. That's
Like,
exactly how I
like
think.
a
And
dog trainer,
and
he go
also,
into the situation a certain way. Like he know this is a dog. I gotta treat it this way, and it's gonna move this way.
yeah, yeah. And also, like, the thoughts that you have, right? Like, so for example, church, right? Like, people come sit in the church, they hear what they got to hear, and they leave. The people that are leaders are going to question little shit. You know what I'm saying? And by use question, like, for example, we sit in the church, we 15 years old, sit in the church, he say something we don't agree with. He do something to somebody else we don't agree with. That's the leadership in us that's getting molded. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know Anthony, you, me was leaders in our own special way. Like, well, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Pastor,
Yeah,
whoever,
exactly.
deacon, whoever. We don't really agree with
Balance
that.
'em.
Now we not young enough to understand that our power, that we're this powerful. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been trained to say this person knows this book that good, so we should follow, and you know what I mean? But something ain't resonating with our brain. Everybody else chilling, but slowly but surely we kind of like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, y'all chose the wrong
17 years
dude.
old, 18 years old. Yeah, so now I understand why I went against it. It wasn't that I was against God or whatever. I was just becoming my own leader. I'm an alpha myself. And you already know, two alphas in the same somebody got to either bow down or we got to go our separate ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was like also you getting your man shoes. You know what I'm saying? You putting on your shoes and saying, you know what? I don't really agree with this mom, dad, grandma, but I respect what you're doing. But let me go this way and figure out my way, my lane. You know what I mean?
Because I still believe in a higher being, because there's certain shit in the world that you just cannot explain.
Scientists admit this.
Scientifically, like you cannot explain
Like,
that.
we
And
can't
I
explain
know for a fact, like even in my I took a psychology one-on-one class, and it said prayer works.
Read The Power of the Subconscious Mind by
It was a
Philip
two-word
something like that.
sentence
And that's literally what prayer is.
because
We're
it's
already born.
psychological.
Exactly.
If
We're
you
already
believe it
born with it.
works, it already works.
Yes,
If
we're already
you
born
feel
with
like eating salt is gonna make you not sick no more, and you truly
it.
believe
Your
it,
brain will make it happen that way.
your brain will make your body fix it.
That's
Like
a fact. I'll read the book. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. It's by Philip something. Don't even read it. You know why? Because they got audio books and stuff like that now. You don't even have to read. You could, instead of listening to your favorite rap artist, listen to an audio book on the way to wherever you go in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And nigga, you'll have I gained so much knowledge.
yeah,
It's breaking down that. And they were saying it doesn't matter what religion you have, prayer works because we are all already gods. That's why every religion tells you the kingdom of heaven is within and stuff like that. We are all already, we're born this way. When a cat or a dog is born, they don't need someone to teach them like how to hunt and shit. They just start practicing hunting because you're so, like you don't have to tell yourself I have to breathe. My hair has to grow. Your body does, your subconscious does that by itself. So if you control your thoughts and you tell yourself, I want this to happen, I want that to happen, and you keep that on your brain, you're gonna subconsciously be making it happen without you even knowing. Putting bricks together without you knowing.
And that's you know what's funny, when we go back to the high school, I remember we go like, so I remember this little skater dude, right? This dude like he was like 7th, 8th grade, he used to skate. By the time we got to 10th grade, this nigga was a full-fledged gang member, bro. Like full-fledged. And I used to always wonder, like, how did you go from this nigga to this nigga? And just what you said, his mind said he was a gangster for so long that he actually became a gangster. You get what I'm saying? He was not playing. You cannot, I would never bring up that 7th grade, that 7th grade skateboard dude. He would kill me for that because he's in his mind, he has developed to that man. You get what I'm saying? So that is true. Like the subconscious, like, is alive. Like, the universe is alive and it's listening to you. And if you want it bad enough, you got to just keep saying it, and it's going to come. That's how my life became. Like, when I hit absolute rock bottom, you know what I'm saying? It was just more so like my mind, like, man, like, I don't ever want to work for nobody ever again. I never want to hear you're fired again. You know what I'm saying? I was 24 years old. And I just remember thinking.
Oh, snaps.
Uh-oh. He froze up for a second.
Did we drop him?
Nah, he's still in here. Wi-Fi fucked up for a second or something.
On your end?
Nah, me and you good. We can hear each other. That's his phone probably died or something. So shit, we was having a good episode, man, but
we can edit that out.
I think he got kicked. If we can get him back in, that'll be smooth. But shit, you know.
Send him the link.
All right.
Yeah, it ain't nothing. We can edit it. I'm gonna hit this road chop, this bong, but I ain't gonna do it on camera because this bong look weird. Yo, you just muted yourself again.
I said I'm about to stop the record real quick.
Oh yeah, you can stop it and start it again.
Oh, hold on, I think he's coming back.
Oh yeah.
I think so. His shit just changed up a little bit.
Yeah,
There
he
you
back.
go. He back. You had to plug your shit up.
You can't hear us?
Uh-oh. Nah, we can't hear you. You on mute.
Yeah, you on mute or something.
You just gotta
Yeah, you on
unmute.
mute. You got the microphone blocked out.
Press the yeah, press that.
Are we good?
There you
Yes,
go.
sir. All right,
Back
we're
like
gonna edit all that out, so don't trip. So just go start back with you. I forgot what you said. What'd you say?
Oh no, I was saying it was a dude in my high school that turned from a full skater guy to being influenced to being a thug. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
if
Mhm.
you study Nipsey Hussle's story, he talks about how he basically wanted a certain life for himself, but he said he kept going outside. He kept getting influenced with what the outside was, you know? So Nipsey was basically saying he was one way and his environment changed him to another way. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But Nipsey was a perfect example because he always had the mind to learn, but he had to become somebody to survive where he was at. You get what I mean?
It makes perfect sense. That's pretty
Yeah,
sad,
man.
but
So
it is what it is, you know. That is definitely like I
yeah,
remember you saying that. Like my parents didn't raise me like that. That's from just going outside. I remember he said that specifically.
yeah,
So that's sad, man. Especially it's definitely even sad how his life came to a conclusion too, because you know he damn near overcame all that, and then some bull crap happened.
On top of being
yeah.
extremely
I,
talented and persevering, all that, you like it's a long story. So yeah, I get it. Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, we not gonna be here forever, my nigga. Do your job, do what you gotta do, and then you go somewhere else. Wherever somewhere else is. I don't know if that's Earth. I don't know if that's Earth 2. I don't know if that's heaven. But I feel like Nipsey had to die to inspire millions. You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what if your life said that? Like, what if at the end you read your book and it say, okay, you're gonna die, but your death is going to wake up millions. You will honor your death. You will look at your death like shit. Fuck it,
I
let's
mean,
go.
he
Like, you
did
know what I mean?
for sure. His death was on. Well, nah, I don't want to say it was honorable, but he'll forever be a staple and a figure for sure. But I
Would
feel like he was
forever
going
change my life for sure.
if he landed if he kept going and died at like 50, 55, he would have done a bunch of shit. He was just getting started.
Yes,
Like
sir.
he was
But
just
it's
getting
Yes,
started.
I
sir.
see what he's saying too though, because it's like when you watch a movie, like a movie is really good when like the main character dies. Like, oh, he died at the end, and that's what makes that was made the movie good. So it's like he said, to inspire people,
Yep.
it's like
Like even if he
the
just
shock
finished the
values that people needed to listen. So sometimes like everything is just like in tune with how it's supposed to go. Unfortunately,
Right, right, right. Yeah. So you got your like your. So as us humans, right? We got this thing where we just get real repetitious. Like like you talk about the pen. Like the pen is just program, program, program. Right? It's just what it is. As humans, we are conscious to know that we're alive and we're human, right? A dog doesn't know he's a dog. A fish
exactly.
doesn't know he's in a fish bowl while we're watching them and feeding them. We do. But in our daily routine, right? In our daily routine, if we get stuck in repetition, we can become zombies. We can become like in a program and we will literally get up every day, go to work, take care of our children, come home, go to sleep every day, every day. Sometimes it does take a something like that catastrophic to shake up your mind and go, hold on, let me get back on my purpose. Let me get on my shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So I look at his death as more of a blessing. If he would have died at 50, that means I'm only 5 years younger than Nip. So that means I would have been 45 just waking up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Nip had a big impact in my life. Like I'm like, the fuck? Like, let me get on my shit. This nigga really, you know what I mean? So it inspired me and millions of others. So that's why I say it was at the right time. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to happen like that. It was quick. It was honorable. The nigga had a death at the Staples Center. Nigga, name 10 niggas with a death at the Staples Center. I mean, a funeral at the Staples Center. You know what I'm saying? It really don't
yeah.
happen. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Another album, that shit is cool. But like Vic said, like a movie has got to end eventually. You know what I mean? And it's got to have a message behind it. And I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do. No more days could he have lived. You know what I'm saying? As much as, and if you want to think about it, like, man, I want this nigga to live forever and all that, but nobody's gonna live forever, bro.
Yeah.
And you don't know when your day is coming. So every day, just give it your fucking all. You know what I'm saying?
Be happy. Just be in a good energy every day. That's like really important. But we're gonna get into the business now because we want people to definitely know. And so when you started your business, what was the very first step for you from the drawing board?
From the very a decision. If we're gonna talk from the drawing board, from
Let's
a
do that.
decision. So it's funny because Vic, like, you got a big pivotal role in my starting my business. You probably don't even know it. Like, I was DJing, but I wasn't really DJing. I was just playing around with it. And I remember that day that me and you walked away from that prayer.
Uh-huh.
Remember that?
No, you got kicked out of that prayer. We didn't walk away. The nigga tripped, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? And you invited me. I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling up with you, bro. And then nigga just did all that. And I'm just like, do I stay and keep praying?
Bro, but look, long story short, so one thing that taught me was that, I was putting too much faith in a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And man is gonna fail you. Humans are gonna fail you. They supposed to. So don't ever put no, I don't give a fuck who it is, woman, your wife, your mama, everybody can fail you. So, but our talk, as you was talking to me, driving back home, you was driving back to San Pedro, and you was saying, like, you was bringing up scriptures and stuff, and you was basically saying, like, you did put too much faith in this man, and God had to show you what was up. From that day forth, I made my decision to say, look, like I'm going to take control of my life. I wasn't a man until that day. I was 24 though, but I wasn't a man. Everybody has their day where they become a man. And I feel like that was my day to become a man. So that was my first real day of saying, I'm going to take this shit serious. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way.
And that's when the idea came to your head?
Yeah, that's when all the ideas start coming. When I was open for them, you know what I mean? And when I was ready for them, that's when they start coming. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was the next step after that? Would you have to save money? Did you go get your fictitious name statement after you had the idea?
Man, hell no. Nah.
What happened?
I'm a hood nigga, bro. Like, I did all that shit years. Like, I'm not paying no extra money for some. Like, I didn't care. Like, I'm not okay. So you got two type of business people, right? You got the person that's the website, business card, tech savvy type nigga, but he don't know how to promote. And then you got the nigga that's in the streets promoting, but his business legalities ain't correct. I'm that nigga.
Sloppy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm him. I'm the one that can go make some sales, but my LLC ain't ready. My DBA ain't ready. My fictitious shit ain't ready. So that shit came. I think I got my DJ name 3 years after, 27 years old. And people were saying, like, man, you got a dope ass name. Go patent it. Go do this, go do that. I was like, I don't care about shit like that.
Yeah.
But I started learning as I became more business savvy. That's what I had to do. But wherever I lacked that, I just hired somebody to help me. I got assistants after that.
That's actually very smart, and people need to understand that, because with all the like little books and stuff that I've read, they say build a team.
Yeah.
Because you can't do everything. Even if you think, oh, I'll just learn to do it myself, save yourself the trouble and just focus on the actual vision and get somebody else to do that shit for you. A lot of think
about boxing, right? The boxer is the nigga going in there. He the one running up hills and eating rocks. But Floyd Mayweather, nigga, ain't never lost. But guess what? He got niggas telling him what to do. How the fuck is that? You know why? Because he understands a team is what makes him.
Yeah.
Not, oh, I'm Floyd Mayweather, I'm finna go up in there. Every boxer that has lost, they always look at they trainer. Anthony Joshua lose. They got to talk to his trainer. His trainer is, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder, his trainer ain't.
He fired his trainer.
Like, all of a sudden, it's the train. What about the boxer? It's the team that man. It don't matter if you're in the background. I don't care if you the nigga that wiped the blood off my eye or the nigga that give me the water. You are important. And it's a team effort. Even when I'm in the ring, I'm punching, I'm throwing punches, I'm moving. I come back to the ring, the coach like, use your jab more. I am using my jab, but he sees something I don't.
Yeah.
That's what a team is for.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So,
man.
well, I want to bring it back on the assistant tab real quick because y'all made it seem too easy. Like, oh, just go get an assistant. How much did that cost you? How much? How did you go find an assistant? And you got to be making money.
Yeah. So my way might not be the way to do it, but every girl I had was my assistant, right? I made them my assistant because my life is my business. I would never put a woman over my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Purpose over pussy every day, all day. And if you rock with me, if you fuck with me, I need you to support me. So every woman I was with at that time would play the role of the assistant. The assistant work ain't hard. I can do it, but I need you to do it, if that makes sense. I can tell you what to do. I can train you. I can tell you all that. But what that does is it makes our relationship stronger because she's like, I'm helping this nigga build an empire. It ain't nothing better than a woman feeling like she helping build her king to his level of kingmanship, putting his crown on his head. So
Man,
I don't.
every king is a queen.
Now you
Yes,
talking.
yes. So I don't pay my assistants other than you're helping build the, you know what I mean, the team. Like in the sometimes the team is just me and her. You know what I'm saying? Until we get to the place of now we got, you know what I mean, people to put in place. But until then, it's me and you. We're gonna put on multiple different hats. We're gonna go out and promote. We're gonna print up some shirts. We're gonna get out here and talk to these people. We're gonna collect emails. She putting on different multiple hats. All right, boom, get dressed up, get cute. We finna hit the club. We finna go talk to some people. We finna go to Venice Beach. We finna go here. We finna go there. That's how I would say I began to get my assistants. The women that didn't want to support me, I didn't fuck with you. And I was so busy where the women, I was like, man, I want to see you. I want to chill with you. I'd say, look, you can come work with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I do is work. This is what my purpose is. Think about, like, we go back to Nipsey. Nipsey had a whole chick with a whole career. She was supporting that nigga like she didn't have no job.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? She had all the video shoots doing. Because she want to see her man win. And that's where I prove that's where my loyalty approval came from. Like, okay, you fuck with me like this for sure. I fuck with now what you need from me, I got you because you earned it. I don't ever want a woman that when I'm already at the top to come in. You didn't, bitch, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym. Yeah. I need you, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at it. That's where my assistant came from. So if you listening to this podcast right now and you looking like, how do I get an assistant? You got some people around you.
Exactly.
Brothers, cousins, somebody is gonna fuck with you. You just gotta have a vision that's tight and it makes sense and pitch it. And then boom, let's work. You know what I mean? Because when it roll in, you're gonna be taken care of well. You know what I'm saying? So
and these niggas ain't got nothing to do anyways.
Yeah, right.
Give these niggas something to do.
Hey, each one teach one, okay? Team,
yes, sir.
yeah.
All right, so you was like you was DJing schools and stuff, and you was like some like my daughter, she just had a picture day, right? And then I'm looking like this is a business that actually is coming in and offering this to them. And I'm like, if I was a photographer, wouldn't this be something like this would be something to monetize? It'd be lucrative, like piece of a little hustle I could do. Just go to school, pitch my business school. Like, we're looking for a pick. So you did that as a DJ. How did you do that? And because this is a lot of people that tell me, oh yeah, I know him. All right, you know the homie. Like I be like, how do you know? Oh, that nigga been here and that nigga in there. Yeah, we know him. So what made you
Them niggas don't know
do that?
Hey, listen, y'all niggas know me. Them niggas don't know me, bro. I have an alter ego, my nigga. My alter ego is DJ Sayso, nigga. If you don't know my real name, bro, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how
I
I
would
look at
say
it.
alter ego. I'll say you're monetizing yourself, which is very, very smart, actually.
Yeah.
Because you can monetize anything.
Yeah.
You can monetize doing fucking push-ups.
That's a fact. If you can figure out how to, you could. Yeah.
Anything.
But so what I did was, you know what ubiquitous means?
You can break it down to us.
Ubiquitous means to be everywhere at all times. It means omnipresent, like
Omnipresent.
what God is. Yeah, ubiquitous means being everywhere. So what's ubiquitous is the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you talk about it, it's on social media, it's everywhere. You can go to places to get it, whatever. So when I started thinking, how could I be at multiple places at one time? So what I started doing was I started thinking of places that already had mass amount of people. Schools have mass amount of people. Obviously, before the COVID, the schools it was almost like a mini concert. Like, instead of me trying to throw a party with 500 people, I just go DJ at a middle school or a high school. That's 500 clients right there. That's 500 sweet 16s. That's 500 birthdays if they all wanted to do something, right? So I studied like Tommy the Clown, and he used to do yearly tours at the schools. It's this crew called LA Live. They will bring the artists up there, come rap, and I will go. I was at a great age where I wasn't young enough to be like trying to fuck the little 18-year-old, 17-year-old bitches.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't old enough where the 17, 16, 18-year-old people was like, he's too old, he's too out of the loop of our music. So I was at a good age. I was 25. So I was at a good age where I can pitch to the principal and also not be outside dancing with them. You know what I'm saying? And that was a frequent thing with all the DJs and the crews that would come up there. They would also try to get at the girls. You know, once you got to think, a high school 17-year-old, 18-year-old girl, that's the best they probably gonna look ever. They can eat hot Cheetos and burritos and shit and still have the regular stomach. You know what I'm saying? Going bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but at 17, 18, they looking grown body and all. So I was able to say, okay, they too young. You get what I'm saying? But I was also young enough to say, for them to go, oh, he's not too old to relate. So it worked out for me. I would go up to the principals. I would go up to the administrators, the student body. I would come with some flowers. I would come real dressed up, you know, casual business. I would pitch it, and I would get a lot of no's, but the yeses would always lead to more yeses. So it would be, hey, I'm the administrator of Westchester. I also am best friends with the administrator of Poly High School. Let me introduce you. So it would go like that. And then my name just, it just bubble. And then in about 3 years, I think I was like hood famous. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, it's scary for being hood famous because you ain't got enough money to get no security, but everybody know you.
You remember Anthony when he came over and Eric and Terriana? Oh, that's DJ Sayso. You know him? Like, yeah.
It was like, how the fuck? What the hell? We was like, yeah, the homie finna come over. It was all like, this nigga can't come in the house. We don't know him. Your friends just can't come here. And then they see your face and was all like, how the fuck do you know him?
And we like, I don't know. Just know this nigga, I guess.
This nigga?
Yeah, this nigga. What the fuck we
He's a class clown.
Yeah. This the nigga you talking about?
This my boy.
Buddy, come on, Jason.
Yeah, that's why I'll be saying, Nick. When I go to the gym with you, I'll be saying your name. They be like, who is that? I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be have to correct myself. Like, you don't go by that.
But I love that I did that because for one, it kind of splits up who I know and where you know me from. But two, think about like 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent monetized or any rapper, they monetize their name. Like, you know what I mean? Their name holds weight. And when you see me and when you hear my name, you can see how people react. Oh, DJ Sayso. Oh, hell yeah. If I was some sucker ass nigga, like, say something, fuck that nigga. Like, you know? So you can tell my rep just by my name. You know what I mean? And it's unique and it's different. Yep.
But all right, so we got down that you had the idea, you went through something, you branded yourself by just going out there and getting it. You had built a team by whatever relationships you were in. So what was the next step after that? Did you have to save money? Did you have to go on YouTube and learn more? What was the next step after that?
Hell yeah. So I met a guy which ended up becoming my mentor. He's a black man. He makes somewhere between $40,000 and $60,000 a month. And I wanted to know, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? What you doing different? You know what I mean? You're a black man. You pretty much rich. You making 500, a year, 500-600 a year. I need to know what's going on. So he started giving me audiobooks. The first audiobook he gave me was called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's on YouTube. And it just talks basically at the end of to sum the book up, it just basically says you become what you think about. Right? All day long, you become what you think about. And whatever's running through your mind, you're going to be attracting that kind of shit. The next book he gave me was an audio book. I wasn't into reading books at the time. The next audio book he gave me was called The Richest Man in Babylon. And it talks about how to break your money down, how you break your money down as a businessman, as a family man, whoever. And it said, save 10% of your income, no matter what. Like save 10%, basically pay yourself. So for example, you pay your cell phone bill, you give your cell phone bill $70, $100 a month, pay yourself $100 a month. And in time, so in 2 years, if you give yourself $100 a month, that's $2,400 bucks. In 2 years, that's $2,400 bucks that no bill is due for. Nobody, you don't owe nobody this money. This is your $2,400. And then you take, it's in the book, it says, make your money work for you, make it a slave. So take that $2,400 and put it into a business that will bring you another $100 a month. And now you have two incomes, your regular job income and the money from that $2,400 a month that's bringing you income. Now you got $200 a month coming in. Another 2 years, that's $4,800. And that's what I did. I did the whole kind of flipping my money. But once you get a chance, listen to the book. It really breaks down how to get out of poverty and become rich. And becoming rich as Black people, we think it's happening so fast. That's why you see a lot of schemes and scams going on. You got a lot of people trying to get over on people, but becoming rich is a slow process. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like you became rich because of social media, but it takes years of boom, 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 boom. And you know, having the discipline to knowing where every dollar goes is hard, right? So if I hand your son $1 and he spends the dollar, he will forever be broke, right? But if you teach your son, never spend your whole dollar, never spend your dollar, spend 70 cents of your dollar, keep 30%, or spend 80 cents of your dollar, keep that 20 cents somewhere. Because we think, okay, I got to check, I'm making $1,600 a month. If I'm making $1,600 a month, why would I raise my bills to $1,600 a month? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means I'm broke. So even if I get a drastic raise, right? If I start with, okay, let's say somebody say, okay, I'm gonna give you $3,000 a month. That sounds good. But if your bills is $3,000 a month, you're broke. Yeah, you know, and that in the book it talks about your mind is like a patch of grass, like, right? And where the weeds grow, that's where your money's gonna go. Meaning the weeds in the grass are gonna constantly grow, meaning bills and different expenses are gonna always come up in your brain. You gotta be able to train your brain to say, I don't need that shit right now. I gotta save. I gotta hold off because it's a bigger mission, right? So the first thing for me was I had to have a goal. My goal was to have another income. Say for a game truck. Game truck was $50,000. I had to save $50,000. So I took 10% of my money. I went back home to live with my dad for 3 years. I had my own place and I went back home to live with my dad as soon as I read the book. So I can save. And now, 4 years later from that, I not only don't live with my dad, I still have the habit of saving. I have, you know, racks in my bank. I have 2 cars. I have a $50,000 business, a truck, and I don't feel pressure from bills. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bill. I'm 6 months ahead on rent alone, and that's just rent. I'm 6 months ahead on my car insurance. I'm 6 months ahead on pretty much every bill that I have. So I won't feel that anxiety of fucking bills. You know what I mean? And chasing the wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that's why people come from other countries and they look at us crazy. Like, why are y'all down? Like, y'all got it good over here because they got the same shit over there, but they got somebody coming in and trying to take one of their kids just like forcefully or like trying to really rob their whole shit. And it's the government doing it.
Yeah.
So they look at us like, what are you talking about? Just do what you got to do. There's no problem.
That plays into that victim mentality that I was saying, like, and it goes back into what you were saying about you are what you think. If you keep telling yourself you're a fucking victim, you're gonna be a fucking victim. Somebody's gonna come take your lunch from your ass because you keep telling yourself you're a victim. You're gonna end up in jail, even though you didn't do. You niggas go to jail for shit. You in the victim mentality. You know, you're clearly in a victim. Your focus is not on evolving and achieving. Your focus is being a victim. Everything's fucked up. Everyone's racist. Like I don't care about racists anymore. Like you can call me a nigger, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give you the power to make me react. All right, nigger. Every time I hear that, don't I be dying laughing? I swear, God, it's just like hilarious to me. Like, you really still on that? Like, I could
just
smash you, but I don't want to. It's too funny.
Yeah, like in the one of the books that I named, it basically says, stand guard at the door of your mind every day. So picture bad thoughts as like a criminal trying to break in your door. If you give up one of those days, then thoughts is gonna come in your brain and it's just gonna be in there. You gotta like literally fight with those thoughts every day. It's not a day off, because them thoughts ain't gonna take no day off. Whether it's I'm about to fail, I'm gonna be, my kids is gonna be bad, my wife is gonna leave, whatever the thoughts are, you gotta catch a fade with them thoughts every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go head up with them thoughts every day and say, nah, I don't have to think about that. I don't have to believe that. And I think some people just give up and just let the thoughts and just like, well, fuck it. I ain't shit or whatever. I don't care. And that's how their life just starts to spiral on down.
That's when vices take over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's 100% correct. That is 100% correct.
Yeah.
All right, so we got you saving money. We got you building on relationships that you already are in, like you said, cousins and all that. We got you networking and just building like that. Was there any time that you felt like, all right, this is too hard? And if you did feel that, what did you do to push you through? Would you listen to motivational music? Did you read? What is it that you use to push you through?
It depends on what it was, but all the time, like it ain't nothing like when sometimes I get in my head sometimes and I think like, damn, like I really don't have no job. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no, like the pandemic was hard for me, bro. Like if anybody felt that shit, it was me, because in a course of 4 to 5 days, I lost all my income, all of it. Like I'm DJing at Word on Wheels. I was one of the DJs there. I was doing my fitness classes. I had about 20 events lined up, ready to go, to do my game truck shit. And I got call after call after call. So we got to cancel. We got to cancel. This pandemic shit is crazy. I couldn't sign up for EDD. At the time, you couldn't sign up for EDD because they was really just taking the people that had, jobs. The SBA, I couldn't get none of that shit. I still to this day have not gotten the stimulus check. My roommate at the time was she was a nurse, and she didn't understand how I was like in my head so much, and I'm just like stressing. And she's like, why? And I'm like, you don't understand. You got a raise in this time. You know what I'm saying? In this time, you got paid more to go to work. I lost everything. And if it wasn't for my savings, I wouldn't have had shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So in that time, it taught me to just kind of prepare. Like I don't really have no answer on how to deal with stress and shit. I just prepare better. You know what I'm saying? Prepare better. That's it. That's the best
ready.
you can do.
You got to get ready.
Exactly. That's an old school term right there. So that's it right there. There's nothing else I can say. I just prepare better. I don't have the answers. And I know that I'm early 30s, but in my 30s is gonna teach me more shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. And in my 40s, I have a whole nother level of knowledge too. So you gotta think we still young. You know what I'm saying? Like very my young. Pop's 65 years old, hitting the gym. You know what I'm saying? Going out, doing what he gotta do. My pops didn't even have me until he was 33. And then he had my brother, which is 2 years after that. Like, we still got hella fucking years to survive this bitch. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing what I can at this moment. Who knows where I'll be in 10 years? Who knows what I'll be doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much my answer on that one.
All right. How do you plan on leaving your mark on this world?
I think so it's this book, right, called The Way of the Superior Man. This is me. I read every day now. The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. And it talks about your purpose. Yeah, excellent book. And talks about your purpose. Like as a man, how are you gonna leave your legacy here? So I had to figure out what's my purpose. And I do believe, honestly, wholeheartedly, I'm sorry. My purpose is to become the best version of myself. And that means pushing myself further than I've ever been pushed, challenging myself harder than I've ever been challenged. And whatever comes from that will be my legacy. You know what I mean? So if my destiny say I'm here to make 60 million bucks, 100 million bucks, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get there. You know, if my legacy is $1 million bucks, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get there. But not being the best version of myself is not what I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like, I got an uncle right now. I guarantee you, I ain't talked to the nigga in years. I guarantee you right now, he's smoking a cigarette, watching Maury, drinking a beer. Right now, I guarantee you. Some people are, you know what I mean? Like they just, their lives are like that. I don't want that shit. I don't want that. I want to see what the best version of me looks like. Y'all seen me grow.
Upper and lower self, and the most healthiest to be the middle.
Yeah.
Like
y'all seen me, you know what I'm saying, elevate. Like, you know what I mean? Like not even like y'all, I was the horniest nigga in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, like nigga, this nigga is not gonna be shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing with your life? I'm the only nigga with no kids right now, though. Like, you know what I mean? That shit ain't by accident. That shit is by design. Like, I purposely said I'm not having no kids until I'm financially ready. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing.
That's good because kids are definitely a burden.
They cost chili, bruh.
They cost chili, and they're cool sometimes, but a lot of times they will get on your nerves.
I would have had a fat Tesla right now. Swear to God, easy work.
All your decisions are like kind of based around their lives once you have kids.
Because
some niggas just don't give a fuck.
That's true.
They're gone with their life.
But this little person, you gotta keep alive for a long time.
Oh hell no!
You gotta keep them alive long enough and make them smart enough to take care of your ass when you old and can't do shit.
Yeah, because you don't want to raise no serial killer or nothing like that, or somebody who's just going straight to prison. It's like, all right, I done fucked up on that one, you know. So you gotta do shit right. You gotta do shit right and try to move in the best way you possibly can.
I think the best solution is just evolving.
Yeah.
Well, wait, being smart. Oh, okay, being smart. I'm thinking
that's the best thing to teach your kids is just how to grow. Like you gotta, your dad and mom. We're not gonna. This how you see us now. A couple we're not gonna be the same people. And I remember people used to tell me, "Don't change, don't change." And like now that I think about it, like that's the stupidest shit you can do is not change. That's literally the stupidest shit you can do. You will go nowhere by not changing.
Facts.
In some type of way.
Yeah,
well, in every type of way, shit. Like if you fat as hell and you want to like get better health, the only way to get better health is to change. Like you can't do the same shit and expect it. That's literally insanity to do the same shit over and over and expect a different result. That's the definition.
That's a fact.
If someone's telling you don't change or don't do better, they're telling you be an insane, crazy motherfucker. You probably be in jail or something. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I got a question for you. How often do you find other people who have the same type, who are on the same wavelength as you? Is it like
man, rare, bro, rare.
Okay.
Nah, it's rare, bro. It's you get people with potential, but you know, I'll be a fool to just hope that your potential explodes. Like, you know what I mean? You got people, you talk to people like, yeah, this is gonna be dope. We're gonna be great business partners. Them niggas gonna be shit. Niggas gonna be shit. So I mean, it's rare, but it's not impossible. You just gotta keep fishing. You know what I'm saying? It's this world got billions of people, bro. And honestly, I don't ever think it's my vision. So I don't ever think anybody gonna be on my level with what or how passionate I am in my vision. This is my shit. Mm-hmm. You know, even if I had the money to pay y'all to retire y'all right now to work for me, y'all wouldn't give 100% because it's not y'all shit. It's not.
Correct.
So what I learned also is, you know, if you gonna get somebody that's gonna give 1%, go get 100 of them, and that's 100%. You get what I'm saying? It's ways to do it. You just don't expect it to come from one person or somebody that's gonna have the same mind. It's rare though. It's rare that you can get it. A couple of people get it, and then when they get it, Like Henry Ford, the dude that made the Ford company.
Yep.
He met with I forgot the name, but one of the dudes he met with, and then his business just boom took off. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, multi-billionaire within a matter of a year or so. It just, if you run right into a person with a like mind self, then your business is gonna go crazy. But I'm not really, I'm big on just kind of handling myself. That's also, I'll be in my shit too. Like, I want to do it myself. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need people.
The freedom you're looking for, I think.
Yeah.
That's the freedom you're looking for. But you brought up Henry Ford and about how his do 1% or whatever. He got sued or something, and then they were like made a big deal, like this guy, like all he knows how to do is motors. He doesn't know how to run his company. And because I've read or seen a documentary or something.
And then
he said I could just hire somebody to do whatever you're
like, what the
about.
fuck?
Right.
Like, what do you like? Why
you know that? Good for you. Whatever you took 4 years to learn, I can pay someone to know that in like 1 hour.
That's correct. That's correct right there.
And he told him that in court, and they was like, "Damn."
But that's true. Like, what you want me to do? Do I gotta know everything? And that's what money does. Like, I'm the nigga with the money. I go hire the scientists. I go hire the CEOs, COOs, CFOs. What do I need to do this shit for?
Right. You know I don't know shit about the water. Go get a fucking oceanologist. He gonna stay like all day.
He made them look so stupid though, because they try to paint him as a dumb person. And in reality, is like, I'm smarter than all y'all because I'm giving y'all jobs.
He got a third grade. Yeah, he got a third grade education. So he only went to the third grade and stopped. So they considered him uneducated. But if you know the word education, the root word is educo, which means to educe or to draw out or to develop within. Meaning, if I can learn it in my head, I'm educated. I don't have to have a degree or a piece of paper to say I'm educated. I developed it within. I'm educated in shooting a basketball. Did I have to go to college to learn? No, I sat here and shot 1,000 shots a day. Now I'm educated in shooting a fucking basketball. You get what I mean? So some people just don't know what they be talking about, and they want to make you out to be this bad person. They really hate you.
That's what it was. That shit was just so. It was just so like when I seen, I was like, he really just like he shit on them niggas just right there. And they try to really make it seem like he was so dumb, like you said, third grade. He's so stupid. Even Thomas Edison did something like similar to that, where we think like, oh, he invented the light bulb and all that. And then what you're saying, he literally went and built teams. They invented the light bulb. He put them together. He gets credit for being the organizer and the genius to have a vision. Them niggas probably been doing shit in their fucking backyard or something and never become it. He said, oh no, well, let's get together. You do this, I do this. And I think that's important when it's becoming an entrepreneur and stuff like that, and then to being a real leader. Like, you really don't have to do everything. Your job primarily is making sure the shit gets done. And I think that's where people fall off. And that's one of my problems, at least, because I'm the type of person, I want to do everything. I want to be the accountant. I want to be the lawyer. I want to do, and it's just not, I can't focus on what I want to do.
It's not possible. Yeah, you got a role to play. But, you know, in the beginning of your business, you're going to have to put on multiple hats. Me, I'm the accountant right now. I'm the person making the flyers, and I got a couple people helping me out here and there. But what I love about it is I get to learn how to do it. So when I do hire you, I know how the fuck it's supposed to be done.
Exactly. You can check their ass.
So I'm not just going to hire you. Oh, so you say you know how to do this? Okay, go ahead. I trust you. No. Let me check. Nah, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. All right, that's right. That's right. That's right. So it's good that you're going through these stages. For one, you're not telling them to do something you ain't never did. If I tell a nigga, look, go pass out 1,000 flyers, I did it many of days. Like hot days, cold days, rain day, I've done it. So I'm not telling you to do something I ain't never did. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's real knowledge right there. That's what they need.
You should know how to do everything. You should like at least walk through one time and like figure everything out. I absolutely agree.
Because how can you tell someone, like you said, how can you tell someone if it's right or wrong if you have not even a lick of experience? Like
exactly.
Your shit is going down the drain if you got somebody doing some shit wrong and you just tell them good job.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's gonna go down the drain.
And you want that. You also want to know like that you could do it in case somebody else. You know what I mean? Like like I go back to Nipsey. Like Nipsey had an interview where he was talking about somebody saying, "Oh, we can't do that." He said, "Okay, well, how about the chair? I'm gonna do it." You know what I'm saying? How about the seat? I know how to engineer.
One monkey
You know,
don't stop no show.
that's a fact. And that takes away their power too. Oh, you think you're the only nigga that can do shit? Watch out, bro. I got it.
One monkey don't stop a show.
Yeah.
Get a new monkey.
Yeah, because people take that type of shit personal. They when you go after the craft or whatever, it's like something they feel near and dear. They take that shit personal easily. That goes back to the religion thing too. Just like if you try to tell somebody something about religion and they take it as you like calling them stupid. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I learned this and this should like open your eyes to this. And they like, oh, you think I'm dumb? Like this thing that I take personally when all the doors is closed and the lights is off, like me in my most serious of modes, you think that's stupid. So it's like it feels like a personal attack, but it's really just like, I want you to do better. I'm trying to help you do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, you got anything else for him, man?
I got a couple more over here.
I know he's a busy man, entrepreneur.
Yeah, you probably gotta go. Let me get like one or two.
I got about 10 more minutes.
I'm gonna do a speed round with you. So get like 2 or 3 in there, and we're gonna do a speed round, wrap it up.
All right, how do you feel about the government? You feel like they can be trusted, or you feel like it's
Man, hell nah, bro. Hey, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, bro. I don't believe nothing. I'm not. I'm gonna be one of the last niggas in line to get that damn shot. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be one of the last niggas in line. I'm telling you. If they really have to make everybody get it, I'm gonna be one of the last niggas getting it. I'm gonna be really mad getting it too.
Me too.
But you know, some shit you can't control, man. You know, we don't run shit. So, you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, either live off the grid and live in a tent somewhere or get the motherfucking shot.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I hear you. I'm gonna just throw out a little light one, and then I'm gonna throw it to Vic. How you feel about sports and like memorizing stats and like players that aspire people to new levels and whatnot? How do you feel about like the whole thing? Because I know he's a fanatic. It's a waste of time. Yeah, some people feel like it's a waste of time, and some people feel like this is my life, and you could be like a trainer or whatever. But like, how do you feel about it in general?
Yeah. I mean, it's a mixed little vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? That's a topic in itself, bro. That's a whole. We got to bring it back.
Yeah,
me and Vic, we be talking shit all day with the boxing shit too.
Yeah, I could go for a long
Sports
time.
in general.
All right, we're gonna start you out. Go ahead, let's get this speed round popping, and we're gonna shut this one down and close it out.
All right, real quick speed round. Who you taking, Drake or Jay-Z?
Drake.
All right. Who you taking, Kobe or LeBron? Or no, take that back. See, yeah, that's why I said take that. Michael Jordan or LeBron, because we from LA, South Central niggas, so it was always gonna be Kobe.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna go Jordan.
All right, you gonna go Jordan. What celebrity? What female celebrity is being a celebrity crush and that you would smash?
Miracle Watts.
Miracle Watts.
And then Miracle Watts. Look her up. She was one of the Wild 'N Out chicks. She got real famous.
Okay.
Her and then the chick that's with Michael B. Jordan. I forgot her name.
Oh, ain't that Steve Harvey daughter?
Yeah, Laura Harvey. Ooh.
She is bad. What's her name? Future just dissed her the song. It dissed Steve Harvey.
He slammed too. He hit. She used to talk to him. He slammed.
For sure. Shit, I just thought. If there's one thing in the world you can change, what would you change?
One thing I would change, I guess
world globally.
The hate on black people. I would change that.
That's a different.
Even playing field.
Yeah, I was. That's what I was thinking. Go ahead.
Let all the niggas that's in jail that sold weed get out.
Because I was thinking switch the black people from the bottom to the top. That was the one thing I was going to
think you would change.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He basically
what we do better though. What we do better? Or would we fuck
I
it up?
don't know.
That's why we need more niggas like you, and we need to
And
talk
we'll
about
hold it down for another 6,000-7,000 years, you
because
know.
if we on the weird shit we on right now, I don't think we would do better. Just to be honest, as a group and
Nah.
collective whole, if we
Just give
flip
us an
the shit
even
like
playing
that,
field. We'll go from there.
yeah, I don't think because they did this in I don't remember what area, South Africa or something like that, where they fought back and got their actual land back. And there was like a bunch of farmland that they were working and they wanted the land back. So the people ended up giving it back to them after a long fight. And what happened is they gave it back to them. They left like, all right, take your shit back. And guess what? The land went to shit. They didn't have the skills and the knowledge to upkeep it. So that's why I want to inspire and build people. Like that's the whole point of this. Inspire and build people up to.
Yeah.
I'm really into Malcolm X and I'm really into the idea of black nationalists. I'm not so much extreme like white people are the devil, shit like that. I'm like but
I was
I
thinking
think
of getting a Malcolm X hat.
me
I
too.
might get a Malcolm X, but it might be a collage though. Like a
Okay.
Malcolm X Nipsey
Oh,
type
okay.
tech, because I'm really inspired by all. But I gotta paint it up in my head first.
It's just weird. And one thing I want to say too, also, and I'm gonna ask you one last question before we go. If anybody is listening and watching this, listen to YouTube Malcolm X Ballad of the Bullet. It is exactly what's happening in today's age, and he's talking like real smack about everything that's happening now. And he did this speech in like the 60s or something. And how is it prevalent today?
Yeah.
Because that much has changed. Maybe the face of things changed, but the root of things and how things is run. That's why he asked you the question about the government. How everything is run is the same. And the only way to get better and get out the hole is if we dig and climb ourselves out this hole ourselves. Like we can't keep begging the government or like he said, if you asking the person that's keeping you in poverty to fix your problems, you're already in trouble. There's like you're starting off wrong. So we want to inspire people to do for themselves, build for themselves. If a job and they're not treating you right or something, walk off. Go find another job. Go start a business. Do not mentally put yourself like we talk a lot about like the headspace you have to be in. Do not put yourself in these headspaces that are not beneficial to you, not beneficial to your family. If you got bad vibes, you're gonna take those bad vibes to home. It's gonna cause problems at home. It's gonna do all these things is like a trickle effect, and it starts with the imagery and the things that we're putting in our minds and in our hearts. So we want people to see you, man, so that they have that good image of I don't have to, do this way and go to prison. I look up South. Another thing inspired me to do something like this. I look up South Central on YouTube. Everything pops up is prostitution, gangbanging, and shit like that. It's like, man, there's more than this out there. And I actually do want to link up.
Hell yeah.
You have actually shout out the group you got on Facebook because I think that's gonna be like a good launching pad for us for what we're trying to do too.
Oh hell yeah! It's called We Are the Plug. Yeah, yes sir. That means that you got your own business popping, you got your own stuff popping. You are the connect. You don't gotta go to the plug. You are the plug. You know what I'm saying? So, yes sir. If you got your own business, please send an invite. I'm gonna add you.
And then we're gonna need your help because we probably gonna bother some of them people to do what we're doing with you right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm just text me. Let me know. I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna get I can for sure get about 10, 15 people.
Because we can keep doing this because this is what people need. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to like put South Central or something in the caption or something because I did not like that shit when I see prostitution and all that stuff. And then you got like 1 point something. You got thousands of members and all this stuff in the group and all this. So
yeah, I got 1.2 thousand members.
We wanna piggyback on what you're already doing and make sure. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, we want you to also shout out your book. We want people to know about that. It actually tells people how to start a business, how to operate a business. So we'd had a little long discussion, but if you want to really tap in, go ahead and give them the information about your book.
Yeah, it's called It's Up to You. It just basically pretty much everything we just talked about. Starting your own brand, just putting yourself in a mindset of becoming a full entrepreneur. I'm actually in the middle of writing another book. It's called You versus You. It talks about just kind of your old self versus your new self. It talks about the relationship status of The way we've been trained to think in our relationships. It talks a little about polyamory, relationships, unlocking the mind. It's a good book. So that'll be out in February 2022 once I get all my editing and shit done. So,
so second guest, second book writer, second business owner. We're gonna keep this train rolling. You got anything else for him before we let this man go?
No, sir.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to before we go, I wanted to run through Anthony, do you watch boxing?
Yeah, I watch it here and there. I don't watch as much as I used to. I'll be moving around, trying to get my real estate shit going.
I want to ask Vic or you to let's go through like the little divisions real quick. Because man, boxing is for all my boxing fans out there, I think this is one of the baddest years.
Horrible.
Bad.
It. That's what made me transition from doing that.
Yeah, I've been looking out for the Plant versus Canelo fight.
Yeah, so look, we go through the division real quick before we get off. So look, lightweight, give me the top 5 lightweights right now. Lightweight, which in between 126 and 135, like that. Give me the top 5 for you.
For me, I believe the best fighter in the world right now is a lightweight. Some people ain't gonna like my answer. It's Gervonta fucking Tank Davis. I think is the best. Period. Point blank. Better than Devin Haney. Better than all of them. He is the best. But my top 5, I'm gonna go Teofimo, not number 1, obviously. We're gonna go Tank, Teofimo, got a siren in the back. Devin Haney, what's the fucking dude's name? The youngster. God damn, I can't think of his name.
Ryan?
Not Ryan. He's not on my list. I
don't know.
Shakur Stevenson.
Loma?
That's 4.
Oh, Shakur, yeah.
I guess you got to put Loma. He's still active. Loma, for sure.
Yeah. All right, and then
Go ahead.
Huh?
I said go ahead.
So all right, boom. So now we got lightweight division. Give me your top lightweights right now.
Man, I can only give you like a top 3, but I was for sure gonna say Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, and then who I'm gonna plug for that third one? Probably the Mexican dude.
Teofimo?
You talking about
Teofimo? Teofimo?
Yeah.
Probably. He look kind of
like Tio.
And Timo has been fucking up with his promotion lately.
Yeah,
but I haven't really been. I just been looking out for the big fights, to be honest. I haven't been looking at everybody lately.
There ain't no big fights. That's the fucking problem. That's why he's saying it's the worst year. Well, Caleb Plant and the other nigga is the biggest fight this whole year, period.
And that's not even all that exciting.
It's not, because I think Canelo's gonna whoop his ass, unfortunately.
I mean, people believe in Caleb Plant for some reason, but he don't.
You gotta. They say you fight like Caleb Plant.
Oh, me?
Yeah, they say that in the gym. They say that. That's funny.
You fight like Caleb Plant.
They say I fight like him. But all right, boom. So all right, all right. So they was talking, quote unquote, talking. Gervonta versus Keith Thurman. Who you got? They was just talking rumors. Who you got? 147.
I got Gervonta hands down beating all. He never disappoints you. All these other niggas have disappointed me time. I've never watched Gervonta like this could get better. Like that nigga comes and fights a motherfucker. Even the other fight where the nigga punched him up too much, he still knocked the nigga out. So it's like, I think he could. He got hit a lot. That's cool. He knocked that nigga out though.
All right, what about Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford?
Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna go with Terrence because I think Sean is too wild, and I think Terrence is too like together. And Terrence know how to like do that like rough type fighting and shit too, but he just don't do because
he gonna change with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence.
I think I'm gonna go Terrence again. I think Earl is done.
You think so? I was gonna say Earl.
I think the accident. People kept saying that the accident. I think the accident he got in, it really was career altering. Actually, otherwise I would go with Earl.
Yeah, Earl look nice, boy. I don't know. You might be right. I don't know.
He didn't get his fight with Pacquiao because he got hurt in sparring.
Yeah, torn retina or something. All right, so give me your top 3 heavyweights right now.
Man, I hate to say it. And the heavyweight game has changed recently because Anthony Joshua just lost for a second time and he looked horrible.
Yeah.
And I've been peeped like you. If you really watch boxing, you'll see this nigga gets tired damn near every fight. So someone who got
Yeah.
movement, you know, I want to put him on my top 3. I think he has to get off. So I'm gonna go Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and I'm gonna give fucking King Kong, Luis Ortiz, fucking Anthony
Oh
Joshua.
yeah.
Top 3 heavyweights.
You said who was your third one?
Luis Ortiz, King Kong.
Luis Ortiz.
He got more. He almost knocked out Deontay Wilder twice. Deontay Wilder just somehow fucking threw his haymaker. You know, in the gang culture and jail shit, they talk about swim bangers. Like a nigga could have real good squabbles, but a nigga will catch you with one of them swim moves and drop your shit. And Deontay Wilder has perfected the swim bang. Bow, head down. Bow, bow, bow.
What'd you say?
What class is the Charlo brothers?
Middleweights.
That's
we already passed them up.
That's super welter. That's super welterweight and middleweight.
And they disappointed the hell out of me. They're like both of them.
Yeah, they was monstrous. They was running through. Man. You see, Vic keep up more than me.
Nigga got lumped up. Jermell and was supposed to unify all the belts, and I'm like so excited talking all this shit. He's gonna do it. Look who he's fighting, and he chokes under the pressure. And then this fucking dude who's like not even as well known just comes and just makes you look like a regular. Now I believe I can beat you up.
Okay, because he was talking shit. He was yelling at niggas in the mall, type of shit. Niggas didn't
because he had the squabbles in the resume, and he's really hurting niggas. And then you get into this fight, but I really think it's ring rust. These niggas really was out home chilling during coronavirus. Them niggas wasn't working out like that. That's what I think it was, to be honest.
Yeah, that's all my questions right there for the Lord. I just wanted to get him a little entertainment of what I do, what I like. That's one of my hobbies. So yeah.
Mine too.
I want to brush up on my shit, man. I already knew Vic looked it up more than me. I knew a little bit here and there, but I already knew he had the one up on this one.
But don't worry, because it ain't shit happening right now.
Just wait till next year.
Yeah, wait till next year. The biggest fight is the Jake Paul and the Jacob.
I've been watching those. And how do y'all feel about that? I'm happy about that. Do y'all feel like it's making a mockery out of boxing? Or you feel like it's a good avenue that we should have been put in there?
I think it's good for dudes like Jason, but it's like real like boxers who dedicated their whole life and they don't do nothing but go to the gym. I think it hurts them. But like a person like Jason who has building and monetizing his name and branding his name, if he wanted to box, he could make a quick bag real easy if he has some skills.
Yeah. As far as like the root of the sport, it's a mockery. But as far as social media, like putting more eyes on it, it works. But I don't know if they're the right eyes. The people that's watching it is fucking geeks and YouTube bloggers and niggas behind keyboards watching Jake Paul and shit. They could be converted to boxing fans, but I highly doubt it will be that way. So, I mean, it depends. Right now, it ain't look like shit popping. So,
but even if it is just for that one person, that's good that, it can make money real quick. Like, okay.
But it's like, nigga, you dedicate your whole life to it, and this nigga come in and get $100 million check, $10 million check, like that. You be looking dumb. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
what the fuck am I doing here, bro?
But that's very important that you touching on that though too. Because that has a lot to do with our initial subject, business and stuff like that. Boxing is a business. So
first,
you have to, at some point in time, like how Mayweather did, at some point in time, you're going to have to operate this as a business. But Mayweather monetized himself by becoming a villain intentionally. You know what I'm saying? He is his business. So that's what these boxers need to do. And then that Jake Paul won't be relevant at all. They have to make them. Ryan Garcia is good at it. Devin Haney's kind of good at it. That's the way for them to stop people from just coming in and taking over their sport.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Otherwise, it's been so many celebrity fights, dude. Blueface had a fight. All these dudes, like anybody, you can have a fight. Go on TikTok, become a TikToker. You could be fighting and then make a bag. Next thing you know, you'll be a legitimate boxer and shit. Like, yeah, I got a couple fights. That's just how it's just the
That's
way.
funny. Yeah.
RB, yeah, go ahead, throw out your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube handle, all that good shit. You know what I'm
Give them all
saying?
the info and we're gonna close.
Tell them where to
Uh,
find you at.
everything DJ Sayso, Instagram, all that. My game truck business, the Staycation. Another real quick side note: if you are starting your business, try to make all your shit kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? Don't go your last name, first name for this, and then your nickname for this, and then try to keep your shit organized. So when people search you up on Google, all your shit pop up. When you type in DJ Sayso, it's like 4 DJ Saysos in the world though, but I'm the biggest one, and then you can find me. So that's just a little tip. But everything DJ Sayso, just type in DJ Sayso on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on TikTok too. I'm on, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. So everything DJ Sayso.
All right, bam.
Boom. We
Yes,
appreciate you.
sir.
We love you. We're gonna have you back
Yes, sir.
again, do a follow-up. We might do like some actual in-person shit down the line. But
Yeah,
for
hell yeah.
now,
Let's do it.
we just gonna do it. For now, we just gonna do it like this. And if you do want any information about how to start a business, run a business, overcome the odds, like he said, he got books, he got We the Plugs. We're gonna be actually having some of his members from We the Plug. We're gonna be doing this with them as well. And just keep learning, keep going, and we're gonna evolve and we're gonna build this culture to what we want it to be.
Yes, sir.
Till next time, champ.
All right, love you, man.
All right. All right, champ. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, y'all.
Take it easy.